representative for ParisTech in Asia. I live in Shanghai, in China. And today I am with Mr. Bruno Goyer from International Relations Department of the School Arts et Métiers, and Mrs. Florence Lelay, the International Director of ParisTech. She's in Paris now, and with Minhua Yang, who works with me in Shanghai. And today we have also the great pleasure to have with us this evening one alumna. So welcome, Arissa Lazarou. It's very nice for you to be with us. So thank you very much. So thank you all for connecting today and being with us. So we will not talk about PhD program today. We will focus on international admission program, which leads, which leads to diplôme d'ingénieur from one of our ParisTech school. So with this training, you will receive both a title conferring the right to practice as an engineer and an internationally recognized master's degree in engineering. The diploma, the agenda of today. So the diploma carries the academic status of a national master's degree and entitles the holder to pursue doctoral studies. And this program will help students to pursue a PhD also, or getting directly jobs internationally in France and abroad. So today it's a Q&A session, so do not hesitate at all to throw out the whole meeting to ask any questions you might have on the chat. And at the end of the meeting, there will also be a time for any questions you can have at the end. So first, I will introduce a little bit ParisTech. Then we will focus on the program that we will talk about today, the International Admission Program. Then we'll see we have an overview on the selection process. And of course, Arissa will give you some tips and some testimonials about her experience at Chimie ParisTech. So ParisTech is an alliance of the most prestigious graduate engineering schools in France. And the vision is to be the primary network of graduate schools in the fields of engineering, science, and technology, both in France and worldwide. So we have 7 grandes écoles, 7 schools in engineering and science. So you can see the 7 schools here on 3 campuses. So one in the south of Paris, one in the center of Paris, and the other one at the east of Paris. So some of the schools are part of PSL University, like Chimie ParisTech, Mines Paris PSL and ESPCI. Agro ParisTech and Institut d'Optique here are both part of Paris-Saclay University. Arts et Métiers is part of ESAM University, and École des Ponts is Paris East Sup University. Arissa, maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit, please.
So hi, my name is Arissa. I'm studying in Chimie ParisTech in the center of Paris, and I just started my 2nd year in the engineering school. So that would be your 1st year if you enter through this program.
Thank you. So a few numbers about ParisTech. Sorry. So ParisTech, all 7 schools totally count 12,500 students, 1,700 PhD candidates, 1,500 professors, and more than 100 partner companies. We also have 70 international agreements and about international students, and we have 30% of our students that are international. Worldwide, around 90,000 alumni, So about the international experience that you can have in a ParisTech school, maybe Arisa, you want to say a little, some words about that?
Yes, well, there are a lot of students I know during my first year who come from various backgrounds. Some are from Egypt, from Madagascar, from Asia as well. And it's a very international environment, I would say. I didn't know anyone who didn't speak French when they started schooling with us, but I do know that some of the lecturers, most lecturers do adapt the evaluation to the needs of the students. For example, we can answer during the exams in English. I think all lecturers also do speak good English.
Thank you. So, so this is a highly selective and innovative training. So you can see all the ParisTech school specialties on this side. The 7 schools covered all the subjects, and you can see here the fields of each school. There are, of course, differences between the schools. But okay, I will take after. If you want to focus on mathematics, you will maybe prefer to try to be admitted by École des Ponts or by Mines Paris PSL. But if you want to focus on optics, you will definitively try to be admitted by ESPCI or by Institut d'Optique. And for mechanics or mechanical engineering, you have many choices in all the ParisTech school. And sorry. So after bachelor, you will. So after bachelor, you can try to be admitted by this ParisTech International Admission Program. It has been open for the Asian students since last year. So this is a really very beginning of this program for Asian students. So you have to first do your bachelor, and then you can try to be admitted by this program to one of the 7 schools. So this is a very special program that you can apply simultaneously to the 7 ParisTech schools. So this is a big chance to be admitted in one of the ParisTech schools. And after 2 years of study in France in one of the ParisTech schools, then you will get this very special diplôme d'ingénieur. And after, of course, you can continue in a PhD or to an advanced master or to an MBA. So, as I said, these ParisTech's engineering studies are really specific, and as they are very comprehensive education too. They have excellent identity research-based education in mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, or in computer science. But the curriculum also have a big part dedicated to economics management, entrepreneurship, communication, and foreign languages. School develops soft skills and professional skills of their students through interdisciplinary studies, teamwork, internship projects, etc. And altogether, it makes for high qualitative research-based education, addressing social and environmental challenges. Of course, the rate, the employability rate just after getting the diploma is 100%, but some of our students might also choose to pursue a PhD. Then, depending on the school, that may vary from 10% to 70% of the students. So maybe, Arisa, you want to talk a little bit about your choice of training at Chimie ParisTech? And you can explain a little bit the choice that you made for this year. What are you going to study exactly?
So the courses in Chimie ParisTech are mostly chemistry-based, but there are also other courses like human resource management, innovation projects, or even languages. You can English, of course, it's compulsory. So there are also other languages like Spanish, Italian that you can take that optional. In terms of chemistry, there's biochemistry, material, chemical procedure, and also a lot of computer science courses as well.
Okay. And what was the class that you liked last year? What did you prefer to study?
Last year, what I found very interesting in the courses is that we have a lot of practical work as well as the theoretical. But the practical work are very interesting because you get to experience what the researchers actually experience in their daily working life. And also the lecturers in the school are very passionate, and they're I think all of them are also researchers as well. So they're very passionate about what they teach, and they can even make you gain interest in their subject if you didn't have that specific interest in the beginning. So yeah, what I really liked last year was organic chemistry, because we got to do a lot of practical work as well. Yeah, it was really interesting to, for example, we made vanilla out of a plant. Yeah, so it was very, very interesting course.
Okay, so it's a training which mixes a lot theory and practice, right?
Yes.
Yes. You have, of course, you have to know that most of the courses are taught in French. So once admitted, exposed for the visa, usually B1 level, A2 level will be required before you go to France. But for graduation from the variety of schools, it's required that before you finish your 2 years, you will have to reach the level B2. Of course, during all the training in one of ParisTech school, we have strong links with companies, internships, meetings, sponsorships. Maybe you can see a little bit. You can talk, sorry, a little bit more about internship. So,
yes, so
you only have one for the moment, a very, very short one.
Yes, I just ended my first year internship that lasted 2 months. I did my internship in Malaysia, which is where I'm from. And generally, companies know the ParisTech schools quite well. Even last year, throughout the year, we had a number of conferences from where people from L'Oreal, Veolia, they come to the school and they present what they are doing, so that the students in the school will gain interest in the company and would like to work for them during internships. So during my internship, I worked in a pharmaceutical company, and I worked mostly in the marketing and sales sector. And it was very interesting to see the relationship that's built between the pharmaceutical company and doctors and pharmacies that are their customers. So even though it lasted only 2 months, I learned a lot about that industry and that sector. And in future internships, I maybe like to work for L'Oreal, who recruits a lot from ParisTech.
Okay, thank you. So since we have very selective schools, there is also a limited number of admitted students, and that enables a personalized curriculum. So the promotions are rather small. So it means that therefore the students' faculty ratio is very good. On average, 5 students for 1 professor, and the teaching faculty, I should say, is also I should say here, yes, also brings together professors and experts from companies, as I said just before. So about the ParisTech International Admission Program, so we are going to talk a little bit about the advantages. So about studying at ParisTech, so for the accommodation, most schools have accommodation on their campus, not all of them, but most of them. The rents are about 380 euro per month. You can have an accommodation allowance. And you have to know that the average living cost in Paris is around 800 euro per month. Of course, we will help you for the visa procedure. The schools will help you, and the Asian office too. You will have intensive language training programs to be sure to be able to study in French. Maybe Arisa, you want to speak about the life, the student life and the Paris life. How is it to live in Paris? How is it to live in France? How is it to be a Malaysian student in France and in Chimie ParisTech? And maybe talk a little bit about your accommodation.
Yes, so why I chose to stay in France is because firstly I chose to go to Chimie ParisTech because it's known as the best chemical engineering school in France, and it's also a qualification that doesn't close any doors. So, but it's also quite detailed. As for life in France, what I really like about France and Paris in general is that the culture here is very rich. If you like to go to see museums and art exhibitions, it's free for students, and there are a lot of you can never get bored visiting the museums in Paris. And as for culture, you can find a lot of different cultures in Paris itself. It's sort of a melting pot of different diverse cultures from Africa, Asia, Europe, other parts of Europe as well. You can find all sorts of cuisines, and that's what I really loved about Paris when I first got here. And as for student life, there are a lot of activities organized by the student council. For example, there's an integration weekend during 2-3 days. The whole year would go on a trip by bus to a mysterious place that you will discover upon arrival. There are also a lot of parties, and a lot of clubs are in the school as well. You can join, if you're interested in science, there's a science club where you get to organize La Fête de la Science, the science festival in Paris. There's also a music club, theater club, and there are a lot of activities. And if you like to do sports as well, you can join the sports clubs. When it came to accommodation, the Chimie ParisTech does not provide accommodation on campus, so I had to look for accommodation through other websites. There are a lot of websites where you can find accommodation, where people advertise their houses or rooms they rent. There's also a club in the school that helps you, that assists you in finding accommodation when you know that you're admitted. Yeah.
Marie, excuse me, we can't
sorry,
hear
you cannot hear me. Okay, yes, I will try. Okay, sorry, because I shut down the micro when Arisa was speaking. Sorry. So I was telling Arisa that you enjoy your life in Paris, right?
Yes, I do very much.
Yes, of course you do. About the scholarships, so we have many scholarships. for possibilities for for Asian students, also for Indian students, but not only for Indian students, for all Asian students. So you have the list here, and you will find all the information on our website. So you can go on ParisTech .fr or study with us, and you will find all this information and the link. Many of them, anyway, you have to submit after after being admitted in our program. Then you will submit for the scholarship. So the first thing you have to do is to apply for the international admission program first. So to prepare your stay in France, you will find also all the information on our website, on ParisTech Study With Us. You can find information about funding, about learning French and living in France, about visa, about housing, about the administration, the school and student life. So I will not detail all, but you can really take time to have a look on our website, because you have many information very useful for you. About the tuition fees, so you have to know that the full tuition cost is around 70,000 to 80,000 euro per year per student, but the French government will pay 40,000 to 80,000 euro per year per student for ParisTech schools. So this is a very it's a big chance for ParisTech school that the French government give money for the students. So it means that for the student, you only have to pay from 0 to 4,000 euro per year per student. It depends on the school. And of course, after you can have the scholarship, and you will have, if you have a scholarship, there is a fee waiver for FL and French government scholarship. So here you have the list of the ParisTech schools and the tuition fees for our 7 schools. The same, you will have this information again on our website, and I will send you the PPT after the webinar, so you can have a look. So now to talk about really the process of the ParisTech International Admission Program. So the prerequisites is that you are studying in Asia, in an Asia university, and that you are finished already, or you are in your last year of bachelor degree. So most of you maybe are at the end, just to begin the last year of the bachelor, of your bachelor degree. So you can apply to ParisTech International Admission Program since the 21st of September. So it's like the 17 days left to apply. If you are admitted, then you will start in September 2023, and you will have 2 years in France to prepare and to get the diplôme d'ingénieur. And you will have the engineering degree from a ParisTech school after these 2 years in France. So this is the process, and this is the calendar. The first step is the application. So it's now. We have opened the application since the 1st of June. And you have to apply online on this link from until the 21st of September. So this is really now. After this, the step number 2 will be the selection procedure and the scientific test. The test will be at the end of September, the 30th of September. I will talk about it a little bit later. The step number 3 will be, The step number 3 will be the interview. And the step number 4 will be the admission results. It will be on the 25th of November. So the step 1. So we are now at the step 1. We are in the online application process. So as I said, you have until the 21st of September to apply. You go to this link And then you have to carefully read all information on the page. And to continue to, you see, you can follow the link on the online application form in how to apply. You will have the link just over there. Then you have to pick the right button, of course. So for you, it's Asia. Then you have two options. The first one is, so you will enter your email address and then you will receive an email. So you can directly click on the link in the confirmation email, and then you will directly access to your candidate space. But you can also copy and paste the token that you receive in the confirmation email, and you will also directly access to your candidate space. And then you will start your application. So you have to follow the steps and fill the information, upload all your documents. And of course, you can save a draft anytime and fill the form progressively. You don't have to fill the form in one time. You can do it until the 21st of September. And a very important thing is that if you change any information after submission, you have to submit your application again. At each time that you will reopen your application until the 21st of September, and you will change something, and even if you don't change anything, if you just reopen it, then you have to submit it again. So that's it. That is very important. About the referees, so once you submit your application on the last page, your referees will receive an email requesting them to send the reference. So if you change your referee's name and emails after submitting your application, your new referees will not receive an email. So to make sure they do, you have to contact the jury. So please send an email to this address. So Minhua and I will reply to you and will help you. And again, it's very important. If after submitting your application, you change some information or you just reopen, do not forget to click again on submit to be sure that all this information are saved again. So you have until the 21st to change anything and to submit your application. The step number 2 will be the scientific test. It will be at the really end of September on the 30th. So the scientific test will be organized online. It's only if your application is successful, you will receive a notification to attend the scientific test. And this notification, you will receive it before the 27th of 2022, of September, sorry. Make sure, okay. Also, you will have a 30-minute mock test that will be organized on September 28th. And you have a lot of information about this scientific test on our website. I will show you a little bit after where you can find all the information. So this is, the mock test will be 30 minutes, but the real test will be 3 hours. 3 hours. The step number 3 will be the interview. So for you, it will be between the 17th and the 21st of October. Same as I said for the step 2, all interviews will be conducted online, and it's only if you successfully pass the scientific test, then you will receive a notification to attend an interview. And this email you will receive by October 10th. For the interview, you can either use French or English. It's as you prefer. For the scientific test, it will be in English. And at the end, the results will be published on November 25th. For some schools, maybe you will have a scientific interview after the normal interview, the general interview. So here on the website on Study With Us, you can find here a FAQ, and you will see all the questions that you can still have. You will also have the guidelines to complete your application file. So don't hesitate to go through this file. It will help you a lot for the application. For the scientific test, as I said, you will also find information on the Study With Us website in the how to apply on the step number 2. So for the scientific test here, for example, you have a sample test, so you can train and you can have a look to how it will be. You will also find a tab where you can have the information about which type of question is requesting for each school. For example, so in the test, you will have biology questions, you will have chemistry questions, you will have mathematics questions, you will have physics questions. But if you want to focus, for example, on Agro ParisTech, of course, the life science questions are very important. If you want to focus on Chimie ParisTech, of course, the chemistry questions will be very important. So you can have a look on the tab on this link. You will find it. So you will have all the list with all the fields of the questions of the scientific test and which schools are requested which type of question. We have also a YouTube channel, and you can check the testimonials from Asian students. You can, for example, you can see the Arisa's testimonial on our YouTube channel, because she made one for us. And you can learn more about the schools by going on all the ParisTech social media accounts, so LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as I just said before. If you still have questions, you can, of course, write us an email to this address. So Minhua and I will be very pleased to help you for every questions you can have. So that's us. Okay, so now we try to answer all the questions. So we are all now ready to reply, to answer all your questions. And you can also ask questions to Arisa. She will be very pleased to answer you too. Okay, so you can, if you don't want to speak, if you are a little bit shy, you can, of course, write the question in the chat, and we will answer. So this is your turn. We want to take time for the question, as it is a Q&A session. Okay, we have one question. So a student from Cambodia. Alors, the application ranking center. So the question is about the ranking statement. So for the ranking statement, that's okay if you don't have for the application. You just you will enter that you don't have the ranking statement, and you will explain why. And after, if you have it during the procedure I mean, after the 21st of September, you can also send it to us by email. Okay, but for the application and for submitting your application, you can do it without the ranking statement. Should I use yeah? You can maybe put all of them I would say. It's the best that you can do. Yes. Upload all the GPA you have. It will be the best. I hope my answers are clear and you have the answer to your question. Titia. Okay, do you have we have other questions we can answer now? About you can also ask questions about schools, about the training, about the process, of course. So what is the level of French proficiency required? So as I said, for the application, you don't have to speak French at all. So you can be admitted even if you don't speak one word of French. So that's not a problem for the application. But if you are admitted, then you will have to start learning French as soon as possible after the admission. So the 26th of November, you can start learning French. And then you will have around 6 months to get the A2 level. So that will be the minimum level to get the visa. Then you can continue to study. You have to continue to study French during summer to get the B1 level for the entrance. And then you will, of course, continue to learn French during the 2 years in France. So first A2, then B1, and then you will get the B2 level at the end of your 2 years. But for the application, you don't have to speak French. But you have to speak English because the application is in English and the interview will be in English if you don't speak French. So Manish, Professor, I am Manish, okay, from Indian. Is visa mandatory before applying? No. The visa, you will do only the visa process after being admitted. So it will be around April or May, so no. But of course, if you don't get your visa, you will not be able to come in France. But usually we don't have a lot of problem for our students. Florence, maybe if you can confirm that.
The point is you have to speak French. So you have to provide a test to get the visa. And the schools will also, the school where you are admitted will also check if you learned French during 6 months to get the sufficient level of French to study in France.
Do we need IELTS or TOEFL for English? No, you don't need. You can, if you have, for example, a certificate from your school, it could be also okay. Of course, if you have this certificate from IELTS or TOEFL or Cambridge, of course, it's good too. But you can apply without this one. Does we get scholarship in PhD? So this not for PhD program at all. For the moment, first you have to study at the master degree, and then after you can candidate to have a PhD in France. Of course, it's a very good way to start a PhD in France, but today it's not a program for PhD admission at all. Thus we get scholarship, and of course if you are admitted for PhD you will ask for scholarship, and then yes, of course it's possible to have scholarship for PhD too. It's possible to have scholarship for this master program, for this international admission program, and it will be also possible to have scholarship for PhD. But today we are not speaking about a PhD program. Or may take from sorry. Yes, you are in IIT Kanpur, okay, and you pushing master. Sorry, master tech. So now you are in master, right? You are master in biological science. So if you want to finish your master and then go to a PhD, this is not the program that you have to enter. But if you want to start graduate engineering study, then you can apply, because you are in the first year of your master, so you can apply for this program. But then you will go for 2 years of studying in France before being able to go in PhD. If you want to pursue in PhD, of course. Is it clear? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, do we have other question? Yes. So the recommendation letters, I have already contacted my sorry, I will read. I have already contacted my lecturers at ITC a few weeks ago, and now I already have the recommendation letters with me, because prior to this meeting, I have to submit the letters myself. Now that I have it with me, oops. Can I submit it myself in the application form, or do you still prefer to have it sent to you by my lecturers? Normally, the lecturers have to send it directly.
Yes, the lecturers actually, they will receive an email when you submit your file, your application, and they will have a link where they can deposit their recommendation letter. Only the lecturer receives the link, so they can deposit then the letter themselves. If it doesn't work, you can send the letter to Marie and Minha, and they will deposit it in your application form. I hope it's clear.
Another question from Yi Hong. Having a bachelor degree in Asia, in addition, I just finished an M1 at ENS Paris-Saclay, Université Paris-Saclay, France, and will have a gap year without studies this year. Is it possible to directly apply for the bac level rather than the no? No. If you want to enter, you have to do the 2 years of training. So you cannot only do your 5th year, as I understood that you are asking for. No, it's not possible. You cannot directly apply for the 5th year. But you can apply for the international admission program, and then you will have to do the 2 years before getting your diplôme d'ingénieur. But the other possibility is maybe Florence to
apply for a master program. You have the offer of a master program of ParisTech schools on our website too. But actually, as Marie said, you cannot get the diplôme d'ingénieur, the engineering degree, if you only have 1 year in our schools. The pre-requirements of our evaluation or accreditation commission is that you have to be at least 2 years in the school. And actually, if you are in France, you can also apply through another system. I will send it. It's called Univ to get in the school, but you will also come in the 2nd year of the school and not in the final year.
Arun Titia, I think she didn't hear. the last question. Yes, it was about the recommendation letters. So what Florence has said is that your teachers, your professors will get an email to be able to send us directly the letters. So that is really the normal way to do. So even if you have it with you now, it will not change anything. Your teachers has to put it directly on the link that they will get after you will submit your application. So they will have to deposit directly on this link. But if there is any problem for your teachers to do that, if the link is not working correctly, of course you can send an email to us to the mail I show you, Asia, to this address, and then we will help you we will put directly on your application. Arun Titya, is it okay for you for the recommendation letters? But it's very easy. Don't be afraid and tell your teachers. It's really very easy for them. So if they already have written them, there is no problem. It will be very easy for them to put it on the website. The institute that are giving admission to us must be well ranked in world. That's a good question. It's of course something that we are looking to during the first step of the admission process. But this is not the only thing that we will focus on. All the application is really important. So the GPA are very important, the ranking are important, the recommendation letters are important, and of course the projects that you have written for your life and what you want to study and why you want to study that and why you want to come in the ParisTech school. That is very important too for the process and for the admission process.
Yeah, maybe I think the question also was about the ranking of our schools. And maybe I think you mentioned it in the beginning that some of them are part of Université Paris-Saclay, on others of PSL, and they are well ranked. They are the best school in France, actually. And also they are very famous in the world as part of other universities, but for engineering. So don't worry about this. You will have top teachers, top researchers teaching in the schools.
Yes, sorry. I read the question a little bit too fast. So it was about our rankings. Yeah. Thank you, Florence. I contacted the professor at Chimie Paris and he told me to send my documents through email. In this case, do I still have to apply to this international admission? So I don't know exactly to who you spoke to and about what, but if you want to apply for the diplôme d'ingénieur, this is the only way to do it. You have to fill this application. You have to follow this program. You cannot send the documents to the professor directly. That is not possible. Okay, thank you, Arun Titya. Thank you. And thank you, Manish, too, if it's clear. Valencia, maybe you can give us a little bit more information or
Or maybe Valencia, you have a contact with a professor for a master program, maybe. But I think there is another platform for the master program, but in PSL. But if you can give us maybe the name of a professor you have, you keep in touch at Chimie ParisTech, it will be easier to answer. Yes, it's a master program, so it's another procedure. It's another procedure. If Grégory Lefebvre said, told you, you have to send it by email, do it. But it's another, we are not talking now about the master programs of the schools, but only on the engineering degree, diplôme d'ingénieur. But if you prepare an engineering degree at Chimie ParisTech, you can also have specialization in nuclear energy. Yes.
You're welcome. But if you start in master, of course, you cannot get the diplôme d'ingénieur.
No.
But if you get the diplôme d'ingénieur, then you will be able to get the master, another master diploma, but in the other way, it's not possible. Okay, do we have more questions? So don't forget you have until the 21st of September to apply for this program. And of course, if you have other questions after that, don't hesitate to go through the website, the ParisTech Study With Us website, and or send us an email, of course.
Mat fisika kimia. Ini ternyata itu.
We have Valencia, I think. I am in 4th year in my university, so can I apply for master in this program? So you can apply for the diplôme d'ingénieur, which is equivalent to a master degree, but you will have to learn 2 years in France, as I explained. If you are in, so the 4th year is the last year of your bachelor, or you have another year to do maybe. Anyway, usually it's the last year of your bachelor, so you will get your bachelor degree at the end of this year in June. So yes, you can totally apply. Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to apply for a normal master, so without practice, without internships or something like that, very scientific, it's another program. So here it's only engineering degree, but it's equivalent to a master degree, and it's very famous in France. And then you can pursue directly a PhD too. So you can get experience with internship in a lab and in companies, so that you have a good level, an excellent level to do a PhD afterwards, if you want.
Maybe another question or something you want us to detail? It's a real chance for Asian students to have this program and to have the possibility to apply for the 7 schools of ParisTech at the same time, and to enter this very special diploma with this diploma, of course, you can after make a double degree and another master with other university in France, with PSL University, with Saclay University. It will be very easy for that because you will be in a ParisTech school, and as ParisTech school are very, very famous in France, it's very easy after to do what you want, and even to do a PhD, of course.
Yes, and the employability rate is high because most of the students get job offers even before graduation, and you can work then either in industry or in consulting or in research, whatever you want. Do you want, Marie, do you want to answer the question or? So the engineering degree in France is actually for international students, you come in the second year. And it means that, as Arisa explained, you will have theory, but also a lot of practice. It's very specific because you have a lot of projects, a lot of teamworks. So it's not only a frontal courses, but a lot of practice, practical exercises. And then you will work close to the industry also. You will have to do 2 internships, two in a company, or if you are interested by research, you can do an internship in a lab. And so you will have skills, high level skills in science, chemistry, life sciences, mathematics, whatever. And you will also a lot of soft skills, but you are missing soft skills in the master programs. But in the engineering degree, you will have a lot of soft skills. You will learn how to communicate, how to work with other people. You have how to work in a team, how to work. How does it work in a company? All things you don't learn in a master program, but you will learn it in an engineering degree, and you will get a lot of experience, of practical experience, so that afterwards you get a job. You can get a job in France, or you can get a job abroad if you want. If you want to stay in France for a few years, it's possible. And if you want to pursue a PhD, because you have an engineering degree, who is well recognized in France, but also in Europe and in the world, it will be more easy to get a PhD offer. And then you, if you find a lab which is willing to host you for a PhD, they will also, if they have a job offer for a PhD offer, it means they might have the PhD scholarship or contracts with it. So if you come to an engineering degree, you can do whatever you want, research or work in a company, as you wish. So in our school, it's very selective. Actually, the people coming in our schools, that's 1% of the student after A level. So that's the best students in France, and we admit the best students in the world.
Is it more clear? Is it more clear for you? We know it's a little bit complicated. Right? It's a very specific diploma that we have in France, but that is the best one that we can have for sure in France.
Yes, as Marie said, the engineering degree is equivalent to a master degree, M2. Yes, that's right. It's equivalent. It's not a master degree, but it's equivalent.
It's more than a master degree, but you
Yeah.
can do everything that you can do with a master degree.
Yeah, it's like you had a double master degree actually in engineering, science, and in management. So it's like, but it's not a master degree, engineering degree. And it's
it carries the academic status of a national master degrees for sure.
Yeah. And it's easier for people obtaining a master degree to find a job than for students with a master degree in France, actually.
You're welcome. And the diploma will be recognized in the world, huh? Anyway,
Yeah.
So it's Do we have other or more questions? Because some of you join us a little bit sooner, so maybe you didn't hear all the presentation. One more question? Yes, of course. It has 5th of the engineering major, so I passed this program. What degree do I have to learn? Sorry, I don't understand well the question, I think. Florence Minora, do you?
No, I don't understand the question. You will have an engineering degree. It means the students in France get the degree after 5 years, and you come in the second year of the school. It means you arrive at the level of master 1, and then it's equivalent to master 1, and the second year is equivalent to master 2. But you not get a master degree, but an engineering degree. But it's equivalent. It's recognized. So. And you will have a major in mathematics or physics or optics, but you will also have other courses in IT, in chemistry, for instance, in communication, management, in economics, foreign languages.
In which country you are studying now? In which Cambodia? Okay, nice.
Okay.
Yes, for the French student, they have 3 years of study to get the engineer diploma. But for the international students, they will have only 2 years of study. So you will join the French students at the beginning of their 2nd year. Who will be the best or suitable writer of the 2 cover letter for the review committee?
You need 2 writers first. Yes. And a professor at your university, it would be the best. So people who knows you,
your teachers are the best. Yeah.
Yes, if you did an internship in a lab, for instance, the supervisor could be also a good choice.
You're welcome. Feel free to ask any questions you have. We are here for that today, so we take all the time to answer all the questions. That's not a problem, even if there is a one question that you don't understand, or maybe we were not as clear as you want. You can ask it again. It's not a problem, and then we'll try to answer again in a different way. Do you have other questions? Really feel free to ask. And of course, again, don't hesitate to send us an email. Okay. So I think there is no more questions. So I hope everything is clear. So hope we'll see all your application file very soon. So yes, one more thing. Yes, let's go. Yes, I wait. No problem. See, if you miss a little bit of the presentation, we will put the video on our YouTube channel, so you can see it again on YouTube from the beginning. And of course, you have the website with many information on it. You can find information about each school, also about the program, about the diploma, about the life in France, about scholarship. The school applies that. Usually the school will do it. You are from which country? Sorry, maybe you tell us just before. I didn't see.
Yes, for Eiffel, it's a school. For BGF, it's you have to do it, but the school can help you. So.
You will get all the information, and school will help you after the admission for the scholarship application.
Yeah. And you can also discuss your funding, the funding issues during the interview with the jury, if you need any funding to come to France.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for your questions. So I think we don't have any more questions now. So thank you. Yes, we have another one. If I have admitted, how many years do I have to learn to finish diploma? 2 years. 2 years. You will spend 2 years in France, and during these 2 years, you will study many things, not only chemistry, for example, or not only mathematics, as Florence explained a little bit sooner. And of course, you will have internship, yes, and you after these 2 years, you will speak French fluently, and it will be a big chance for you for your professional life for the future. Yes, you will have, you will able to do everything that you can do with a master degree. That's for sure. So if you want to pursue in a PhD, you can. If you want to do I have the here, I can show it again. If you want after to do another advanced master, you can. If you want to do MBA, you can also. In all over the world. In France and in Europe, it would be very, very easy. Is it clear? Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. This is quite new for Asian students, so we totally understand that you have all these questions. Thanks a lot. If we don't have any more questions, I will. Yes, okay. Thank you. Thank you too. Bye. Bye, everybody. Have a nice evening. Have a nice afternoon. Have a nice lunch for people in France. Have a nice end of Sunday, and have a good beginning of week for tomorrow. So thank you very much. Bye, students. See you soon, I hope. And thanks to all of my guests today, all our guests. And thanks a lot, Arisa, again, for your time. Thank you and bye.